The news read by Ali Ahmed. Prime Minister says workers' remittances continued to grow during the last month, remaining above $2 billion for a record sixth consecutive month. As the second wave of COVID-19 intensifies in Pakistan, 15 more deaths and 3,047 new cases were reported during the last 24 hours. Pakistan has lodged strong protest over unprovoked ceasefire violation by Indian occupation forces along the line of control. As the United Nations, Pakistan has reiterated to support a peaceful, stable, prosperous and sovereign Afghanistan at peace with itself and with its neighbors. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says workers' remittances continued to grow during the last month, remaining above $2 billion for a record sixth consecutive month. In a tweet today, he said this is another good news for Pakistan's economy. The Prime Minister said, according to State Bank of Pakistan, remittances rose to $2.34 billion, up 2.4% over the previous month and 28.4% over the last year. Meanwhile, Minister for Planning and Development Asad Umar has said the biggest of vulnerability of the Pakistan's economy is external debt, and we need to sustain the remittance flow for achieving true economic independence. In a tweet today, he said strong remittance flow has improved the economic situation of the country. Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh has sworn in as Federal Minister today. President Dr. Arif Alvi administered the oath to Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh at a ceremony at Awan-e-Sadr. As the second wave of COVID-19 intensifies in Pakistan, 50 more deaths and 3,047 new cases of virus infection were reported during the last 24 hours. The death toll due to the virus infection in the country has now reached 8,653 and there are now 44,582 active cases in the country. 379,092 patients stand recovered from the pandemic. British airline Virgin Atlantic has started its air operation for Pakistan. The first flight of airline arrived in Islamabad this morning, which was received by the Special Assistant for Overseas Pakistanis Zulfikar Bukhari along with British High Commissioner Christian Turner. Talking on this occasion, Zulfikar Bukhari said the revival of international airlines operations will boost trade and tourism in the country. He said British airline Virgin Atlantic will operate 8 flights a week. Foreign Office today summoned a senior Indian diplomat to register Pakistan's strong protest over ceasefire violation by the Indian occupation forces at Tattapani sector along the line of control yesterday, resulting in injuries to an old woman. According to the Foreign Office's statement, the Indian occupation forces along the line of control and the working boundary have been continuously targeting civilian populated areas with artillery fire, heavy caliber mortars, and automatic weapons. This year, India has committed 2,940 ceasefire violations to date, resulting in 27 shahadats and serious injuries to 247 civilians. Condemning the deplorable targeting of innocent civilians by the Indian occupation forces, it was underscored that such senseless acts are in clear violation of the 2003 ceasefire understanding and are also against all established humanitarian norms and professional military conduct. A Belgium-based independent organization, Kashmir Council Europe, has said revelation of facts by European Decipher Lab about Indian propaganda network has unmasked the real dirty face of India. In a statement, the chairman of the organization, Ali Raza Sayed, said India has been creating the negative impression about Pakistan for a long time. At the United Nations, Pakistan has reiterated to support a peaceful, stable, prosperous and sovereign Afghanistan at peace with itself and with its neighbors. Speaking at a debate on situation in Afghanistan in General Assembly, Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, said Pakistan will continue to manifest its solidarity with the people of Afghanistan. He also commended fresh progress in the ongoing talks in Doha aimed at ending the conflict in Afghanistan. However, he warned against spoilers' ploys to undermine efforts for a peaceful settlement in the war-torn country. International Mountains Day is being observed today with an aim to draw attention to the important roles that mountains play in the water and food supply. This year's theme of Mountain Day is Mountain Biodiversity, which focuses on celebrating rich biodiversity and addressing the threats mountains face due to human interference and climate change. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.